grab your wine and let's chat, ladies. What's up, besties?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
We are back again. We thank you guys so much for being here with us yet again. We are on episode 8, guys. 8. Like, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but 8. Like, the season's almost over. Like, how do you feel about that?
That is actually wild. It's wild, bro, because it feels like we've been doing this for so long. But it's been such a short period of time. I mean, episode 8 is actually, that's crazy too, because it's a lot of episodes I feel like we've put out.
Yes.
And I feel like we're just growing each and every single episode, guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, going back and like listening or just even looking at the progress we have made is like, girl, like we're different people, but it's good. It's good.
I
And
hope.
You can go.
I just hope that this podcast is helping you guys as much as it is helping us, just like getting these things out in the open and just having these transparent conversations, because that's really the goal. Like, yes, it's helping us, but we also wanted to help our besties, of course.
Of course, it wouldn't be right if it didn't help you guys. Like, and like I said, like I like going back and like reflecting on what we have talked about, and it's just like, just seeing the growth is just amazing to me. And I'm just so happy that you guys are here again. You guys have been sticking with us. We have some new followers, and we just are so happy that you're here. Go back and watch the last episode. We talked about a lot of things, and it's just getting juicier and juicier. Last 2 episodes, we talked about red flags. We had to break it up into 2 parts. Like, it was a lot of red flags.
A lot of red flags, okay?
Flags on a freaking play.
Flags on
But like I said, we are so happy that you guys are here. And we just love you guys, besties. Like, that's the honest truth.
Yeah, so grateful to have you guys.
Yes.
So grateful to have you guys. We're so thankful for all of this. We're so grateful and thankful for every single watch, every single like you said. We're all about this community, and thank you guys so much for that.
Yes, and if you're watching right now, make sure you like comment down below. Let us know you're watching. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to message us, text us, whatever.
Yes.
We enjoy like being in communication with you guys. So as always, let's catch up, sis.
Yes, let's do it. So, how was your week? How was your weekend? How's your week going?
It's going good. The week's going good. This weekend we are going to Austin to celebrate some birthdays. Past weekend Cameron made 27, and also Father's Day weekend. So my dad was here. We went to the Houston Astros game on Friday night. Saturday we went eat at Lost and Found. Sunday church and Top Golf, because my dad likes to play Top Golf.
Yeah.
I didn't beat him that time, but
you did?
Okay. I'll catch him next time. No, I didn't beat him.
Oh, okay.
No, I've only beat him once in my whole entire life, and I feel like that was one of the happiest times of my life, because he's like the best golfer that I know. Like, he plays real golf, and I'm like, dang, if I could beat you, then I mean, I could be playing golf myself. And I always joke with him about that, but I did not win this time. Not even close to winning.
That's okay. Happy Father's Day. That's okay. Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a good weekend. A lot of relaxing, though, in the pool and stuff like that. So what did you do? How have you been?
I have been really good. The sun has been kicking my ass. No, literally, it is hot. Like, it's so hot.
It is.
Yeah, and today I went workout at the track, and I actually went out there for like 2 hours. But I felt so good after, because it's like the perfect time to like really sweat as much as you need to sweat. So that was really good workout today. This past weekend, I came to Houston. I did not come to see my bestie, but I did come to Houston. Went to the Astros game. for the first time, and that was really dope experience. Like,
They hit a freaking grand slam. Like that game
yes,
was like amazing. Shout out to Houston Astros.
yeah. Shout out to the Astros because oh wow, now she's repping Houston. It's okay, but anyways, yeah, the Astros game was like really really nice. Saw you guys after, of course, very short, very briefly. We need to show them some of the pictures, so we need to make sure in this episode, now that we're talking about the Astros games, that we kind of like put some of the pictures up if we can do that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but yeah, so this weekend was really fun. I was out of the way, I was out of sight, out of mind, kind of like disconnected.
time out, time out. Before we get past the Astros, I do want to ask you something. You rep Yash Trek on everything that you wear. Is that right?
I do.
I'm just curious because when they see the pictures, you're like, dang, you got Yash Trek all on your head.
Yeah, I rep my brand everywhere. I mean, I put it on everything that I wear personally. Almost. I need to like start carrying business cards though, because a lot of the times, and also Yash Strike is under like, I am getting ready to like revamp everything because I feel like at first I just kind of wanted to like get gear out, but now it's like so many times where people ask me like specifically for what I have on, and it's like I don't have that to sell.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try to get the pieces that I actually love to work out in and revamp the whole website and everything. But yeah, so stay tuned because Yash Shark is back on the way. And also we need to get some intentional by design shirts and stuff so I can start repping this as well. Okay? Because this is worthy to be repped. I should have put it on the other side of my head. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I was very much out of the way this weekend. Handling some business, some very much needed business this weekend, and just kind of doing something that I feel was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I grew a lot this weekend.
And that's what's growing.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, sis. But also at the same time, just to like get us into this episode, get us into this topic. I'm reading this book right now. It's called All About Love. Someone very special and dear to me requested this book that I read it. So I'm reading that book, but in the book, Bell Hooks talks about love and just how basically we see love as a society, or how we grew up with this picture of love painted as a fantasy. And she talks about how no one actually wants to put a definition on love,
Right.
because it's viewed as a feeling. But she kind of like changes that and talks about love as an action word, right? And she talks about love being the ability to extend oneself, to nurture one's or someone else's spiritual growth. And spiritual growth, it doesn't have to be anything religious. It's just like your someone else's or yourself, your spirit or your soul, or you, just like what makes you, right? And so that's perfect for this episode, because this episode we are talking about
Self-care versus self-healing.
yeah, so self-care versus self-healing, because hey, we need to like make that clear difference between those two, because we may do something and consider it as self-healing, but it's really a whole bunch of self-care, and nothing is wrong with that. But to get down to the nitty-gritty, we need to self-heal.
Yes, and I do agree. Like we have to look at them as like two different entities. Like you have to self heal first, or not necessarily first. But you have to self heal, and then you have to maintain it by taking care of yourself. So self care. And so like I guess I'll start off like with not really definitions, but like what I think of self healing. And so for me, it's like self healing is like the process of like getting over things. So say for instance, like you deal with past traumas, depression, anxiety, stress, whatever those things are for you, you have to heal from those things, those past traumas, or whatever it is. So that looks a little bit different than self-care, and I feel like it's important. Like everybody knows self-care is important, especially now with Instagram it being a whole aesthetic, like self-care days and like just the whole self care aesthetics, and then just stuff like that. But I feel like we often overlook self healing, which is the process of really getting down to the nitty gritty. Really like sustaining your energy and like focusing on like the power of your mind and like getting down to like the root cause of what's going on in your life,
Yes.
um, or the things that you dealt with, versus self care, which is the act of maintaining like your physical, your mental, and emotional health.
Yes.
Um,
So another way also to look at it, I know it's just very, very simplified, but self care is like the peaches and cream, the butterflies, the
mhm.
flowers, the everything. Like Des said, the aesthetic. And then self healing is kind of like that raw and gritty, like just you really got to do that work to self heal, because a lot of times we want to mask everything like we're all good, and we do that often with self-care, but that self-care is not really self-care if you haven't really looked yourself in the mirror and are able to be honest with yourself, right? And
Right.
also, just to like correct you for 1 second, that's because you said get over it, but a lot of times the things that we require to like self-heal, we may never actually get over those things, because a lot of times it happens when we are like it's we have to heal from things that has happened or that we have learned from when we were like really, really young, and in those ages where everything like really puts a real imprint on us. So it's really more so of like being able to recognize it, confront it, and let it go, so that you can choose something better, like so you don't fall victim to the things that you need to self-heal from. And that can be
Yeah.
ugly sometimes, and it's hard, and it's hard to even recognize if you get what I'm saying, if you're not being self-aware. But yeah, so we got some stuff to talk about today. we we have some stuff to talk about today, sis.
Yes, and I feel like people often like you said, like overlook the self healing part because it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
But once you work at it and you know how to self heal, it gets easier over time. But it's gonna always
Yeah.
be constant work. Like it's constant work. Um, so what does that look like for you? Like, have you ever? Well, I didn't say have you ever because you have self healed. But is there
Right.
anything
And
you know?
still am.
Yeah, I guess it's a constant process. You always have to
Yeah.
self heal. You always face new challenges in life and new
Right.
things. So, how does that process look like for you?
Yeah. So for me, honestly, this is like something that's really new for me. Like
Hmm.
I am self-healing, and I have come a long way, but at the same time it's something that's still new for me, and I'm still learning each day. But for one, and I always talk about relationships, but like that was the start for me, like surrounding myself around real ass individuals who will not let you, one, um mess up what you have going on, but also they gonna correct you and call you out on things, and then also ask you why often. Like
Yeah.
they're not letting you slack with anything. Gonna ask me why I'm doing this, or why I feel the need to do this or act a certain way. Like ask me those reflective questions, and now I have to look myself in the mirror and be like, yo, why am I acting this way, or why do I tend to do this?
Hmm.
And it's like, if I didn't start asking myself those questions, bro, I would think that that is okay. Like I
Right.
would think
You
that
think?
that's okay. I would never
Yeah.
dig deeper. And once I started digging deeper, it you feel me? I have learned this from somewheres, or I have seen this and thought that that was okay or appropriate because I've seen someone else get away with this.
Yes.
But do I
Yes.
want to be that person? No. And that's another thing. I have to ask myself constantly, is that the person that you want to be? Or who do I want to be? Like, I want to be the person that is a good listener. I want to be the person that is super considerate, super helpful, selfless. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I want to be the person that people enjoy being around and do not feel like I'm going to disrespect them.
Yes. Yes.
Or So yeah, I start asking yourself what type of person you want to be, because that's the person that you can be. But first, you have to you really have to confront yourself on the person that you are being in the moment.
Yes, I
What
definitely
does it look
agree.
like for you?
Um, so as most of you know, because I've been open about it, I am 100% a fan of therapy.
Yes.
So I started therapy back in 2020 when COVID hit, and I felt like everything was like crashing down, like the world was crashing, but like my life felt like it was crashing along with it. Um, and for me, it's like the same thing. Like my therapist confronted me with those questions that had never really been asked. Like, why do you feel like this? Why is it that you act like this? And I'm like, that's who I am. But like I didn't know who I was. Like I'm just
Ooh.
that's who I am. Well, what does that even mean? So like that's when my whole like self care, self healing journey started. When I had to look deeper into myself and seeing, like you said, who do I want to be? Because I didn't even know who I was. Like I thought I knew who I was or what I wanted, but the way I was acting and the things that I was doing wasn't reflecting of who I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So having my therapist like pull those questions out of me or ask me those questions and pull those thoughts out of me is when I started really like changing my mindset. Um, and like from there, I just have ever since then I've been creating like a better habit, finding better environments to be in, growing personally, spiritually. So it's just been a whole like, entourage of
Yeah.
things that has changed. And because of that experience, like I do that to you all the time, but like I do it to some other friends as well. Like, why do you think like this? Why is it this? Like, like because
Yeah.
I never was asked those questions, so now I have to bring it out and ask you, like, why is it this? Why is it that? Um,
Yeah.
and like if anybody's like on the verge of getting therapy or not, like I strongly encourage it. Like I know there's so many stigmas around it, like oh mental health, like that big old stigma around mental health. Like
Yeah.
drop it, like, get help. And it's not saying that you're crazy, but you need to talk to somebody that is non-biased and maybe they can help you in different ways, um, and pull that extra strength out of you that you didn't even know you had. So that's how my self healing started, and from there, like I learned different techniques. Like I said, like building better habits, being in better control of my emotions, um,
Yes.
being able to verbally express my emotions more, being able to be on here to express my thoughts to you, like having more transparent conversations with
Right.
people. That's all a part of my, self healing journey. So that's what it looks like for me. Like, just really like understanding where I want to be, like you said, and taking action for it.
Yeah, that's really good point. And then also, like you said, that's just who I am mindset, bro. That's such the opposite of like self healing. And I know we all have been there or may still be there to where we have that mindset of that's just who I am, or we know someone who has that mindset of that's just who I am. And that just is so opposite of being the person that you want to be. And then
Mm-hmm.
also, it like, that's the same, having that mindset is the same mindset of someone who's like always like I can't, right?
Right. So
Because
you
you
have that.
feel, yeah, because it's like you're not in control, and the more control that you give yourself, the more that you're able to grow and do the things that you actually want to do. So you have to drop that's who I am mindset, and like I said, ask yourself who you want to be. And also the therapy thing is really, really, really important for you to mention that, because I'm talking about relationships with people that I'm fortunate to have these relationships with, but we're all not that lucky to just like stumble on these relationships. So if you consider therapy, or you do get a therapist, and your therapist actually helps you on this journey of self actualization and self healing, then you're
Mm-hmm.
able to form the relationships that we're talking about, right?
Right.
Because now you know the type of people that you need in your corner. And it's not, yeah, that doesn't just happen. Like, you actually have to like build those relationships with people that you see the things that we're talking about in. So yeah, it's very much about being, like we said, it's work.
It
Like,
is
you have
work.
to be intentional. It is work to self heal, and it is a everyday thing. It's not something that, oh, I'm healed, so now I won't ever deal with these problems that stem from when I'm little. No, it doesn't work like that. So that's a really, 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 really good message, sis.
and I just want to point out, like, I know we talked about mindset. And so for me, like, I had to learn the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. So what
Yeah.
I was in at the time was a fixed mindset. Like, it was very limiting. Like, I would avoid all kind of challenges. I would give up easily. Like, oh, this is too hard. This is too much work. Um, and I just didn't want to change. Like this, like that. This is who I am. That's a fixed mindset. You
Yes.
aren't open to change. You ignore feedback. Like, it's just you're limited by your thoughts. Versus when I was able to transition during my self healing journey into a growth mindset, and I was able to, think more freely. Like, um, I was able to embrace my challenges and like learn from them and find positivity in them. Like, instead of looking at a challenge like, oh my gosh, I'm in another challenge, I look at it
Right.
like, what did I learn from it? What did I learn from it?
Yes.
Instead
And
of
that
looking at,
helps you in your relationships too.
yes, like something that we do in Cameron and I's relationship is like, what's the highlight of your day? Like every day we ask, what's the highlight of your day? Like to reinforce that positivity and like just have that growth mindset.
Yeah.
Looking for feedback and stuff like that. Like that's just the important part of our
Right.
relationship. And then just the growth mindset, like ability to learn, to accept criticism, and just to grow. And you find inspiration in other people. Um, it's just a different mindset, but it's a beautiful mindset. And once you get it, it's just, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
life is lovely, but it just makes things much easier.
Yeah. And you feel like it was 100% necessary, or it was 100% necessary that you went through that self-healing journey in order to get this mindset, right?
Yes, I 100% agree. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't have that self healing journey, um, my life would look a little bit different. I didn't say a little bit, a lot different than what it looks
A lot.
now.
Yeah.
A lot
Okay.
different.
So we talked
And I
about
just want to say something else. And it may not look different outside, like my outside external
it's
appearance.
all
It's
say it
all
again.
inside.
Say it
Um,
again.
so like what you guys may see may not look different or like, but I'm telling you is I'm 100%. I wouldn't say 100%, but majority of my mindset, like the way I act, the way I think, is completely different than what I
Yeah.
was thinking prior to 2020.
It's not
Um,
just a mask, like you actually are happy and healed.
yeah,
You feel me? Like it's not just a
healed,
mask.
yeah.
That's the important part. So
It's
what does self-care for you? What's some things that you do for self-care?
oh, actually a lot. Like I enjoy self care, and not just because of the
Right.
aesthetic. I love aesthetically pleasing things, but
Yeah.
like Um, for me, self care, it's like Sunday self care days. So it's like, we put on masks and stuff,
Yeah.
like face masks, um, meditation in the morning. I've been incorporating yoga into my workouts. Just even for me, it's like going out on the patio and like enjoying the sun, like just
Yeah.
embracing nature and just really like just being content with what I have in life and like my gratitude journals. Like that's all self care, reinforcing those positive things in my life. Um, just being happy with who I am and growing on this journey. Um, I like to shop, so I call that a form of self care too because it makes me
Hey,
happy.
it's all about happiness.
It is. But lately, because of you, you have inspired me to, and I don't even know if I told you this, but like the
Yeah, sure.
way I have probably never told you this. But like like I always be like, oh, this is what you gonna eat. You on a little diet, and you're like, no, this is my lifestyle. So like incorporating a
Yeah.
healthier lifestyle, like with nutrition, and even more fitness and stuff like that. That's all a part of my self care. I feel better once I do those things for myself.
Right.
Um, so that's all a part of my self care. Well, what does it look like for you, sis?
Yeah. Okay, so of course working out and stuff, that's big self-care things for me. But as of like lately, like this month, as recent as this month, it's been working out and doing the things that I actually like want to do or enjoy,
Mhm.
like breaking away so much from like a strict program and just like going in the gym and doing things that I enjoy doing, because I feel like I've kind of been in like a funk because I was so focused on like, I guess, maximizing results, right?
Right, right.
Or whatever. But so this month I've been incorporating cardio again because I realized like mentally cardio helps me, right? It helps me like that's something that I can do to challenge myself. And then that kind of like makes the rest of my day better. So cardio for sure has been self-care for me this month. Um, Getting back to drinking a lot of water has been self-care for me.
Mm-hmm.
Spa days, of course, is always self-care for me because I am always sore. Okay. I am always sore. So I am always at the spa. I need a massage, or I'm always asking for a massage. Like, that's self-care for me. TikTok remedies is self-care for me. Okay. Meaning the TikTok hacks, that's self-care for me. Like, I just bought the what is that, the 0% fat or no sugar or whatever yogurt to like put on your face, the Greek yogurt. So
Uh-huh,
I've been
uh-huh.
doing that this week. That's self-care for me. Nail shop, 100% self. Well, not the nail shop itself, because I do not like being in the nail shop, but having my nails done.
Correction. You don't like being in Louisiana nail shops. You like Texas nail shops.
Girl, I literally just finished searching for a nail tech because I can't with the Louisiana nail shops. Like, I'm always unsatisfied, but that's self-care. Of course, hanging out with people that I enjoy, self-care. And I have to like get away from a few things that I don't see as self-care. Maybe they were at one point, and maybe I'm not saying that they are not necessary, but it's like I feel like I want to take a break from it, like posting workout videos on Instagram. Haven't this month.
Right, right.
Really, it's like things that like just I seem to like small things that I seem to stress about. If I like get rid of those for a little while, that's also like self-care. Self-care is also like staying away from things that causes you to stress and causes you to, I don't know, be anxious for.
Yes.
I could say something else with self-care, sis, but I'm not gonna say it on this podcast. But you know what it is because I threw it away at your house the last time I came,
Oh, yes.
and haven't since.
Well, why don't you say it?
Self-care. That's
That's,
self-care.
that's not self-care. Throwing it away is self-care.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Oh.
self-care.
Why don't you just say it?
But yeah. Going to the beach probably this month or next month, that'll be self-care because I need the beach. I am ignoring you because I don't want to say it.
Okay,
But
but you're being intentional. Um,
okay, guys. Girl, no, I'm not about to let you tell me to say this.
I mean, it's
No, sis.
actually
Maybe, but not.
no, actually, because maybe you can save somebody's life. Um, it's not like it was a bad thing. It's not like you were walking around smoking weed. I don't know, like I mean, that's not
Some people
even.
might. First off,
That's not even
smoking
bad either.
weed.
That's not even bad. That's not even
All
bad.
right. I'm
Let
about
me
to say
clarify.
smoking weed is in itself alone is not actually a bad thing
No,
for some people,
it's not.
and that's okay. Okay, guys, but in this past month, I have, yeah,
It's just a
yeah,
vape.
huh?
It's just a vape. She was
It is.
vaping.
Well, I won't say that it's just a vape because I could not put the vape down, but I have put the vape down, and it's been almost a month. So yeah, that is self-care for me because that kind of like that doesn't fit into my lifestyle really. Like I
Yeah.
said, it doesn't really fit
It's
into my
causing you
lifestyle.
more anxiety than anything.
Yeah, maybe it was causing me anxiety. I think I was literally just doing it out of habit. And I feel like a lot of people are doing it out of habit. But what I do know is that the vapes are not healthy. So, guys, if you are vaping, I understand that it may be hard to put the vape down, but just put the vape down and go maybe chew some fruity gum or something. Or, like, since I put the vape down, I keep the little fruit snacks.
You do.
I keep the fruit snacks because it's like, immediately after I eat, like I want something sweet or whatever. So that's what that helped me. I don't know if it can help you, but I know, Lord, there's so many of us that's out here. Well, not us, because it ain't me no more. But
No.
child, put the vape down.
And look, and you might
But
have just
yeah,
saved somebody's life because you were
hey, you never
authentic,
know.
transparent.
Yeah, that is some transparency for that ass. You're right.
But
And
I'm
the fact that I feel
really
like I
proud
had
of
to
you.
hide it, I probably shouldn't have been doing it.
Yeah. But I'm very proud of you for doing it. I should
But
probably
am I
insert
going
the
to a
clip.
hookah lounge tonight? I am.
I should insert the clip of you throwing it away, shouldn't I? Okay, that's a
You
little bit too
can,
much.
but be keep it very, very, very short. This girl, Destiny, y'all. Destiny is the type of person to take pics of everything. Like she wants every moment. She loves the memories. It doesn't matter what it is. So you gotta watch her because she will have her camera out.
Yes, I have documented her moment. This is one of the biggest moments of her life. Like, you don't know how many of her friends have told her to stop vaping. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop." And like, I look in the corner and she's doing it, like sneaking around with the
All
vape.
right, Destiny, you're not allowed. Okay, you're right. And my mama probably so happy that I don't put that damn thing away.
And so, for you to have those influential people in your life to help motivate you to put that vape down, and you made the ultimate decision for your life, I am proud of you, sister. So yes, I do have memories
Oh, that
because
sun got me all type of different colors.
that has been a life changing experience for you.
Okay, guys. So moving on. We are ready, I feel like, for the one down. Wait, is there anything else we're missing about self-care and self-healing?
Yeah,
So just,
let's just reinforce.
yeah.
So we talked about a little bit about what we do for our self care, but I think we just need to reiterate like maybe the things that we do for self care isn't the same thing that you can do. And I,
Yes.
like I said, I know there's a lot of aesthetically pleasing things on Instagram, TikTok of what you can do, but like for example, your self care may be sleep. You need to rejuvenate. You need to recharge.
Yes.
Or maybe you need to get in bed and try meditating, like journaling, listening to music,
Right.
taking time
So,
off, taking a mental break. Like self care looks different
yes.
for different people, and so that's what we really want to emphasize as well. Like what I do for self care and what Yaz does looks a little bit different, and it may look different for you as well. So don't just try to do what we do because it may not even be what
Yes.
you need. Um,
So,
yeah.
another little tip for self-care kind of is like how I look at it is what do I do for myself that helps me relax mentally and also challenges me mentally? What
Mm-hmm.
do I do for myself that helps me relax physically or feel like just be in a relaxed state? But then also something else that I like to do, like I said, is cardio that helps challenge me physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you start looking at things like that, like or just something that you just enjoy. But if you try to like categorize it as far as like physical, mental, spiritual, what helps me grow spiritually? That's like self care. I look at that as like self care, right? Or
Okay.
just helps my spirit, like set my spirit on fire. It might be a good song for me, like, you feel me? Or maybe it's that new house music that everyone's dropping. I just like, yeah. So mental, physical, spiritual. Anything I'm missing?
I know. I think that's good. Um, and like we always talk about, your social support, your environment's important
Yeah.
in this journey as well. Like we always talk about relationships, but because it's so fundamental, but that's a big factor in your self healing journey as well as your self care. Um, and like
Facts.
I already mentioned that, but I just want to reiterate that. Because you may be doing all the work, but if you get put back in this environment, you may be going backwards. So just really think about everything.
That's a
Everything
good
that
point.
we talked about.
That's a
Pretty
good point,
much.
though. Yeah.
Um, but yes, if you guys have any questions about self care, self healing, what our journeys look like, even in more detail, um, don't hesitate to ask. Like, we're open books. I mean, we may not hit everything on the head in this episode, but I am more than open to talk about my therapy journey. If you're on the, like I said, on the fence about joining therapy or getting a therapist, I am here. Chloe is saying hello to everyone. Um,
Hey, Chloe.
she is trying to go outside, I guess. But like I said, if you guys are on the fence about therapy or getting even professional help, take that leap of faith, and you never know what it's like until you try it. Like, I'm 100% for therapy. Like, it's just life changing if you never experienced it. Um, but even if you don't want to do therapy, find that, like, that support system that's going to help you in your self healing journey. And just do things that you really enjoy. Like said, like, find those things that make you happy, that challenges you, that puts you at ease mentally, and just continue to grow, and really focus on the person that you want to be. And every day do something small to help you get to where you want to be. It doesn't have to be changing everything at once. Take it step by step, and it'll make it a lot easier for you.
Well said. Well put, sis. Yes, guys.
As always.
That's self-care versus self-healing. I'm glad we talked about this, sis. For real. I feel like this was a much needed conversation. I feel like it's definitely going to help someone. And now it's time to get to work, guys. It's time to find those things that bring the best out of you and those people as well.
Yes. And fixating to a growth mindset instead of for a fixed one. You're open to these challenges, because it will be a challenge to grow. It will be a challenge to, change your mindset. But it'll always be worth it,
Right. And yeah, it's like either you want to be the person that faces those challenges, or you want to be the person that is left with the consequence because you never wanted to put in the work and be the person that you want to be. And you had that limited mindset and just this is me. This is me. This is always going to be me. You don't want to be that person, because you don't want to have to face those consequences, because there are consequences to every single action. So yeah, let's get it, guys. Let's get it, besties. Because I know if there's one thing that I do know that there is no challenge too big or too small for our intentional besties. And I have nothing but faith in this community. I have nothing but faith in myself as well as Des. And we're here to work, baby. We're here to do that good work.
Good work. Work hard.
Yes. And we cue in Bless Your Soul by Beyonce right here. Okay. Go listen to that Beyonce song.
Yes.
Yeah, guys. But
so let's get into winding down. I don't even have any wine, but imagine that I had some wine. Or if you're driving to work, make sure you have your coffee or your water. Stay hydrated, because it's hot out here in these streets.
Please. And wear your sunscreen, black people. We got to wear sunscreen too, okay?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I feel like I went wear sunscreen and like I'm still like,
girl.
Oh my God.
I just said I've been doing sunscreen on my face and my neck, but I need to go get some spray on for my body, because the sun, it's supposed to be like 112, I think it's supposed to reach up to, like, by the time the week ends. That's ridiculous. Like,
we have like advisory. Like, you know how you have like a like tornado watch or like whatever, like the weather advisory comes across your phone? We've been having the heat ones. Saying like, hey, avoid the heat. Avoid outside. It's gonna reach extreme temperatures, and I'm like,
that's crazy.
Like, I do not remember playing outside in this type of weather. Like, I don't remember this.
And we used to be outside. No way it was 112 degrees.
No, it can't be. And if it is, how did I even survive?
I don't know, sis. But all I know is catch me when the sun goes down. Catch me when the sun goes down. It is hot. I'm only going outside to work out and get that cardio in. Okay.
That's good, sister. I'm just going out
And you don't need no help sweating. Okay. You walk outside and you instantly start
instant.
sweating. It's ridiculous. But it
You
could be
know,
cold.
well, you already know this. I tried to start planting. Well, I didn't plant the flowers. I got the flowers already planted, and the little things are dying. I don't even know what to do.
You told me. I told you you're gonna have to put them in some shade sometimes, sis.
I don't even
And,
have
and
shade
you
around the
may
house.
have to water them a little bit more because they were not prepared for.
This heat is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I feel so bad for them. I don't know. Chloe doesn't even like going outside. Like she uses the bathroom and comes right back inside. Like it's
Hot.
just that hot. But
Whew. It's gonna be a long summer. Wasn't the first day of summer yesterday?
yes,
I
it
think
was.
so.
It
Yeah,
was.
it's gonna be a long summer, but I am ready. I feel like I'm beach ready right now. I really do. Like I just want to be on the beach under an umbrella. I just want to be on the beach. I don't know. We're gonna have to like. I'm gonna have to like put that into my schedule somewhere. But yeah, sis, it's
Yes.
hot.
Stay hydrated, besties.
Yes.
Um, but let's wind down. How do you want to wind down this week?
So for wind down this week, I think we should just talk to our besties about things that we have set as far as goals, um, maybe accomplished, maybe some things that we are struggling with or actually doing well at, or some new things that we have incorporated. Just that type of spill. That's the spill that we're going to give the besties. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, so is there anything that you would like to share?
Um, yeah. I feel like something that I wouldn't say necessarily a goal, but something that I've been more intentional about, um, is intentionally dating my husband.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
um, but you already know this. I think
Yeah,
you guys
but
know.
I think this is really good to share. Look at
Chloe.
Chloe. Hey, Chloe.
Look at you
Oh,
too. Okay, get down.
you said it's too long, Mama.
All right, get down, Chloe. Okay, so something that like I said, we've been intentionally dating. So like, actually planning those date nights. Um, stop, Chloe. I'm on the phone or on the computer, whatever you want to call it. Planning those date nights, or just trips, or just spending more quality time and being intentional about it.
Yeah,
Because sometimes we take it for granted, and it's just like, oh yeah, we used to have weekly date nights and stuff, but it's just like, oh yeah, it's just a habit. We go to dinner
right.
and
And it's very easy for things to become habit.
yes, so it was a habit, and it's just like, where's the fun at? Like, um, and not saying that we didn't have fun, but it's just like, let's be intentional about having fun,
Yeah,
intentional about doing new things and trying new adventures. Because, like, I guess granted, Cameron loves the movies, and I, like to shop, so we do those things together. But finding new adventures is what I guess I'm trying to say. Like, doing
yeah,
things that we really haven't done, like going kayaking or hiking, like stuff like that. Just being intentional about trying new things with each other and just I don't know, that kind of stuff. So that's what I've been, I guess, working on or doing lately.
I
Um,
love it. I love it.
I guess personally, I have been diving in deeper into my gratitude, um, reflecting mostly on the things that I'm grateful for, and um, always self healing and self work, um, trying to be the best version of me. So that looks
Right.
a little bit different all the time, but like right now, I'm heavily into gratitude in the morning, some meditation, my time with God. Um, that's what my morning looks like for me, but that's been a constant thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like this quarter too, I've really hit it harder. Because it for me it sits well with my soul. Like I feel like
Right.
that's when I'm is when I reflect and I do those things for myself to see how I want to grow and what I can do better. Um, but that brings joy to me, and I actually have been reading again.
That's
Um,
good.
so like just reading like whatever books I want, not just self
So
care books or self
yes.
help books.
That's so important because I just said that the other day. I was like, I really miss like just like doing things for fun. I think I got so caught up on like just trying to like be the best version of myself, be the best version of myself. But also at the same time, I can do that and still do things that I just enjoy. And I don't need a reason for enjoying these things. It's just like I enjoy it. And I do miss
Yes,
reading like fiction. And I think
yes,
that's why I got to the point where like I literally didn't want to pick up a book because it like I didn't really want to read that, even though do I feel like it's beneficial? Yes, but am I really enjoying it? No. But I've started reading again as well as of
yes.
recent,
And
like this month.
yeah, I finished Ugly Love. You know that book I was reading on.
Yeah. How was it?
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
I want to read it.
And then I have the next, well, not the next one, but my next one is It Ends With Us by the same author. I've heard it was really good, so I'm excited to like start it because I was been supposed to start it, but we've been like going back and like ripping and running and
Yeah.
stuff. But I've also like I've always enjoyed listening to podcasts. So I mean I still listen to my podcast, but I've also been doing like because you brought it up audiobooks to me one week.
Yeah.
So I have been incorporating that like when I actually can't read, because like
Yeah.
I'm busy or something. Like I'll have my AirPod in my ear listening to a book. Um, so I actually have been enjoying that too.
Yeah. And I feel like I had fell off with that conversation that we had about books and me buying the audiobook. I started incorporating that. And then after just like me being around someone that listens to podcasts, I started listening to podcasts again. And like I said, I'm reading this book, All About Love by Bell Hooks right now. And at the same time, I didn't really, I guess, stress setting too many goals this month, but I did go back to that importance of reflecting at least at the end of the day because I don't want to like go back to being that person who's like, I don't even know how I even like that's just like not in touch with how I'm feeling throughout the day or my thoughts or like
Mm-hmm.
what may have bothered me or what may have made me happy throughout the day or like just being mindful and being grateful for the many blessings each and
Yeah.
every single day. So like that reflection at night for sure for me is a thing. Like um but I have like I said, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I definitely said it to you like I was taking a break this month.
Oh yeah,
So
I
I
know.
have not been yeah, I have not been trying to stress anything, but and just trying to like do things that I want to do and enjoy doing. And I definitely feel like it was a much needed break for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feels like it. Did it reset you and like you feel more motivated,
Yeah.
like and stronger?
Yes. It's like I have a I bought a program. I didn't program my own like workouts for next month. I end up buying someone else's program. This person that I like them from Instagram, whatever like that. She actually lifts, and so I took that stress off of myself of like trying to program my own workouts, and I'm just gonna lock back in, go to that. This month I just focused on like getting back to eating healthy
Yeah.
and just wanting to do those things like fix my smoothies in the morning or at night. So I definitely needed this reset because whew, it got to that point. It was like either I needed the reset or I was going to completely like just I don't even know lose that progress because I was gonna act up because you know I could act up. So I'm ready. I'm ready for next month for sure. But I'm enjoying this month. I'm enjoying this self-care month.
I was just about to say that. Like, I'm happy you said that. Are you happy you even did that because it was really a self care month. Like, you took that time to reset and recharge, and so that's important. Like, disconnect. Like, it's okay to disconnect and like go back in full force. Like, that's what you need
Yeah.
sometimes. So I am glad for your sister.
Thanks, sissy.
I
Yeah.
feel like I have those built-in days every week though.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like built in, like, oh nope, today's is
I
the
feel
day.
like actually that's smart because sometimes I feel like I'm so like go 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 go, and it's just like I don't really have time for myself.
Mhm.
You feel me? Because even like the fitness thing, like at one point it was really like time for myself, but
Right.
then it got to that point, and that's what I understand. That's kind of like with everything, like to where like I kind of was like in overdrive, and it was just like it's not really for myself anymore. It's like I'm kind of like losing touch with just the enjoyment part or like the
Right.
purpose of why I even was working out in the first place. And now I'm just trying to like reach these goals, knock this out. So yeah, girl, you're right. I maybe should. That's a good point. Like, build in the self-care every week so you don't have to have a reset month. Yeah, for sure.
Gotta have it, because if not, I personally just don't function right without it now. Like, it's
Yeah.
a habit for me now. Like, I have to incorporate it, and if not, I know, like, I'm not gonna be aligned with my goals for the week or the month. Like, I have to reset at least once a week to be together.
Yeah, I feel that.
But as always, besties, we love you guys. We thank you so much for joining us
Thank you.
on episode 8. As always, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever it is, feel free to reach out to us. We love you guys so much, and we are so thankful for you guys. Anything you want to add?
Period, Pooh. Period.
All right, bye, besties. We love you guys.